There is nothing like a high-profile, unsolved robbery to get the internet swirling with conspiracy theories, so let's take a look at 7 of the most insane, entertaining, and downright crazy theories being circulated about who's really behind Kim K's recent Paris robbery. Starting with number 1, Taylor Swift did it. Okay, so this one is so ridiculous it's hard to believe anyone would even suggest it, but that's Twitter for you. One user wrote, quote, "Taylor Swift's squad jumped Kim Kardashian in Paris and stole her jewelry," while another wrote, "Come on, we all know Taylor paid her henchmen to dress up as cops and rob Kim Kardashian in Paris. Obviously, a celeb like Taylor would never go so far to seek revenge on her rivals as to conspire to rob them, let alone terrorize a mother and wife in her home. And Taylor probably wouldn't risk anyone thinking that she's actually crazier than her character from her Blank Space music video, but apparently that's still not enough logic for some people to believe that Taylor was behind the whole thing. That being said, the idea of hashtag henchman goals becoming the new squad goals is pretty hilarious." Number 2, Kim's bodyguard was in on it. A lot of fans were wondering where the heck Kim's bodyguard Pascal was during the incident, leading many to speculate that he may have somehow been in on the heist. But this theory has been all but completely debunked because Pascal was busy guarding Kendall and Courtney at a club at the time of the incident, and the moment he heard something was wrong, he rushed back to Kim K's side, arriving back at the hotel just 2 minutes after the thieves had left. Pascal has worked for Kim K since 2014, and the Kardashians themselves don't believe he had any involvement, which leads us to the next, slightly more believable conspiracy theory on our list. Number 3, it was an inside job with the hotel staff or someone else close to Kim. Kim and Kanye's former bodyguard Steve Stanula said the incident was, quote, "totally an inside job," and he believes it could only have been done by someone who knows the family personally. Now, in an interview with an Australian radio station, Steve explained, quote, "It's either somebody from their camp or somebody from the hotel. They got into a room when the only security guard was out and they knew where the jewelry was. It was a perfect opportunity on every level." Others believe that Kim must have been under some very close surveillance by the thieves in order for them to know when Pascal would be out so that they could get in. You know, this one might be the least crazy on our list so far, but only time will tell if Steve and others who believe the inside job theory are correct. Number 4, it was a publicity stunt. The publicity stunt theory comes thanks to the timing of the robbery, as new episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians are coincidentally airing later this month. And since the ratings for the show have significantly dropped in America, some don't think the idea of the Kardashians faking an armed robbery to draw in new viewers is that far of a stretch. One person tweeted, quote, "Funny thing about this Kim Kardashian robbery is that I bet camera crew caught everything on tape." But it turns out that the show was not filming during the incident. Of course, it's possible that Kim will talk about the robbery at some point on the show. It won't be anytime soon though, I'm sure. And besides, all Kim has to do is share a nude selfie and she's got all the free publicity she needs. Go girl. Number 5, Kim and Kanye set up the robbery themselves to collect on insurance money. Now, this theory comes from those who believe Kanye is strapped for cash. Okay, crazy, especially since he tweeted that he was personally $53 million in debt earlier this year. The Paris robbers allegedly got away with about $9 million in jewelry, so if Kim has those jewels insured, Kimye will get all of that money back. But it's probably safe to say that this theory is completely, totally, laughably false. With all the reports about how traumatized Kim is from the ordeal, it's hard to believe that Kanye could personally put her through that. Plus, we're pretty sure they really don't need the money in the first place. Number 6, the Illuminati did it. The internet will never ever miss an opportunity to blame anything on the Illuminati. One Twitter user suggested that the Illuminati set up the fake gunpoint robbery to, quote, "expedite their evil gun agenda." The only thing that would make this conspiracy theory more ridiculous and even more internet-y would be if its believers also claimed that the 5 mass robbers were actually comprised of President Obama, Elvis, Tupac, Slender Man, and of course, a fully grown John Benet Ramsey, aka Katy Perry. Number 7, it was the infamous Pink Panther gang. The infamous Pink Panther gang have been pulling off high-profile heists since the 80s and have famously stolen hundreds of millions in jewels. Well, let's see, whoever planned and executed the Kim K robbery definitely had experience and somehow managed to get away on bicycles. bicycles, for crying out loud. With a job that risky, it's hard to imagine that it was pulled off, but a ragtag group of low-level criminals. And whoever did this also knows they can't just try to sell the jewels as they are, so they've got to have some pretty high-level resources. I don't know, you guys, this theory may not be that far off. Okay, so now I want to know, which conspiracy theory about Kim's robbery do you think is the craziest, and which one has you thinking it might be true? Sound off in the comments below, and after that, click right over here to check out Kim's Keeping Up with the Kardashians throwback moments. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Listed. I'm your host, Drew Dorsey, and I'll see you guys next time.